So it is 2007, and I have just moved from Boston to Mesa, Arizona. No gasps, okay? Please, it's okay. Mesa's okay. I am unemployed. I used to be a graphic designer, and I'm trying to figure out what the heck I want to do with the next part of my life. Well, I have done volunteer speaking for an organization called National Alliance on Mental Illness, called NAMI. NAMI, yes. Awesome organization. And what I would do is I would go out to various businesses and organizations and talk about my bipolar diagnosis along with other people, about 3 or 4 other people. So I got hooked up with NAMI in the Valley, and I went to a place called Magellan Health Services to do a presentation. Now at the time, Magellan was a very large company that had a lot of clinics all around the Valley, mental health clinics that help people with serious mental illness or SMI, and a lot of things around that. So somebody at the presentation was talking to me and said, hey, why don't you check Magellan's website out and see if there's any jobs? So I'm thinking, well, I got nothing to lose. I got a psych degree. I have an expertise in being bipolar for 25 years. Let's give this a shot. So I go into an interview with it would be, I call a site director, and she interviewed me. And apparently they really, really needed somebody for this one position. Now, this one position is called being a peer mentor and a case manager. Now, I don't know if you know what a peer mentor is, but basically means that, once again, 25 effing years of expertise in the field of having a mental illness. I can talk to other people and counsel them and help them through difficult situations, being in the know. Now, this sounded cool. I could do this. Case manager, whatever, I can do that. Yeah. I didn't really know what that meant. Should I have researched this? Yes, I should have. Was I going to be on one of the most intensive treatment teams? The ACT team? Really should have effing researched that too. It was the assertive community treatment team, which means that about 7 other case managers and I would deal with the most difficult clients who were going in and out of the hospitals, trying to stay housing, would be homeless, things like that. So it's pretty intensive. So didn't know this quite yet though. Went to 6 weeks of training in the same classroom as where I did my presentation. So I felt pretty comfortable. Did the training. We talked about all sorts of issues, like different counseling issues, legal issues, how to document an encounter, which means, when I went into a situation, anytime I ever talked to anybody who was one of my clients, I would have to document it on the computer. So I was fine with this, this is cool. They didn't really give you worst case scenarios because they didn't want to chase you off. So that was fine. 6 weeks, good, ready? Okay, go for it. I'm out. 1 week into training. Big mission here. I get a call from Kate, one of the case managers. She says, Paul, can you just go get me a food box for one of our clients named Dimitri? I'm like, sure can. Here we go, I can do this. I'm a case manager on the ACT team, I can get a food box. So, I go out, I've just been visiting some patients, doing some home visits, which is what we call them, checked in on patients, make sure things are cool. Go to the United Food Bank, and I go in, and what that means is basically there's a box about that big, filled with canned goods, dry goods, fruits, vegetables, things like that. So I go in and get that box for Dimitri. Throw it in my car, all is well. It's cool, this is getting towards the end of my shift. This is gonna be an easy one. I can, can I do this job? Of course I can do this job. I drive back to the clinic. Same clinic as where I get trained, so things are pretty cool. It's pretty chill for me to do this. Go to the office, got the box, walking in, and I hear this, Dimitri, put that down. It's a woman's voice. I don't know if it's Kate or Sarah. Sarah's the nurse that works in our unit. And I'm thinking, okay, this is a little nerve-wracking, but I'm cool. I can do this. Walk in, go into the office, turn to my left, there is Dimitri. Now Dimitri is a 6'2", 225-pound man. He is holding one of those, remember those old computer monitors? The big heavy ones? He's holding it like this. He's saying, the unsanctified one is here. I'm going to protect you from the unsanctified one. He's looking over the corner of the room. My heart starts beating, just a little bit. I'm looking at him like, what am I going to do with the situation? This poor guy is seeing something horrific. Now, he's not threatening us, okay? There's Kay's over here, Sarah's over here, I'm over here. He's not threatening to throw this at us. He wants to throw it at whatever creature, whatever demon he's seeing in the corner. I go into ER mode. This is the first time I've ever been in a situation like this. What am I going to do? It just comes naturally. I'm like, well, of course I'm going to just talk him down. I look at him. I say, Dimitri, it's cool, man. Chill out. We got this. We got you covered. You're safe. Nothing's going to happen to you. Please just put the monitor down. Okay, so you probably realize the other option we have is to run to the phone and call the Tempe police and say, we got a situation. We really don't want to do this. I know instinctively we don't want to call the cops. I don't have to elaborate on that. But when the cops come to deal with somebody who's got a mental health crisis, it's going to be sticky. And you probably can figure out, regardless of whatever happens, they still have to put cuffs on the person, even if they're not actually a danger to others. They're taken down to a psychiatric unit. So, cut back to where we are. I'm standing there, and Dimitri's still holding that monitor. I said, Dimitri, come on, dude. Let me show you something. Come over here. Go to the corner of the office, and I said, Dimitri, look, there is nobody. There's nobody over here. There's no unsanctified one. And the other thing is, we're not supposed to feed into people's delusions. So I'm not going to say the unsanctified one. I don't see him. No, what I have to say, there's nobody over here. You're okay. So I come back. He's starting to he's getting a little tired. I think he starts to realize things are not so bad. Eventually, he comes over, he puts the monitor down. Whew. Wow, that was a sigh of relief that I've never, ever exhibited at that moment. So Dimitri's, he's still out of it. He's still sort of seeing things. We've got him. And we realize what we have to do now is we have to take him ourselves down to Phoenix, from Tempe to Phoenix, about 15 miles to the mental health crisis unit. So it's just one small unit that deals with people in a situation like this. But people can actually walk in off the street. It's a pretty intense place. Once again, I've never been here. Nobody told me what that unit was going to be like. So we get in the car, we got him covered. I'm in the back with him. I'm trying to figure out the best way to help him and to keep things calm, to have him not lose control. We get there, 3 hours, sitting around. I gotta keep him occupied. He's walking back and forth. He's been there numerous times, so he knows everybody. So he's like, hey, like, Dimitri, come back here, sit down, dude. Done. He goes in the back, 3 hours later, gets his shots, he's good. We take him back, situation is cool. Go back to his place, bring him the food box. Dimitri, it's all good, man, we got you covered. He looks at me, he and I made a connection. I loved hanging out with him after that. It was really awesome. And then I looked at it and I was like, I thought the food box was gonna be an easy friggin' thing. But I realized, I'm pretty damn good at this.